What's up everyone, it's Yağmur's new video. Very limited setup I have for this, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to really do it anytime. I was extremely busy last days and I was like, oh my god, how many songs popped out or popped up after my last videos, which I did for Netherlands, Spain, France and Ukraine. You can find them on my channel. But now I will do it for the rest because all the other songs are released. This will be a whole reaction for all the rest of the songs. So I will talk about Azerbaijan, Poland, Montenegro, Italy, San Marino, Albania, Cyprus, Armenia, Georgia, Portugal, Ireland, North Macedonia, and Croatia. This is what I will do. I will do it in exactly this order, and I will start with Azerbaijan. Let's do this. So this is from Yağmur. The song is called Miau Miau. All made on green screen. Like the urban style. It takes a little bit of the attention, the quality of the music video from the song, which actually sounds good. I like the vibe. Just the music video no one really cared about somehow. And it feels extremely weird because there is no plasticity in it. I mean, it would work better with better music video. This is the issue, you know. Those things are combined together. For example, this part doesn't bring anything, you know. At least even in here, even like choreographic elements or something, it's there just for no reason. It would maybe a little bit better just in the headphones, you know, when you listen in Spotify or somewhere. But like this doesn't work. I would make it a little bit shorter, half a minute for sure, to keep the tempo, keep the attention. This is it, you know, like we are living in some era, we need to a little bit respect it or make the songs really rich. There is this limitation of 3 minutes, but it doesn't say a minimum. I would go with this in general. Like, I know so many people and they did argue with me, 3 minutes on the stage, it's better than 2.5. And I said 3 minutes who no one remembers, it's worse than 1 minute which everybody will remember. And I'm 100% sure I'm right about this, because first of all, you need to hook, you need to catch, and then doesn't really, like regular, even me, I cannot really distinguish between 3 minutes and 2.5 minutes. I can distinguish if I got bored or if I was having fun. And I think this is a little bit downside of this song, that it goes the same melody constantly all over again for a long time and nothing very specific happens in the production of the song, because it's kind of a basic, even though the melody of it itself, it's very catchy. And I'm extremely curious how Yağmur and her song Miau Miau will perform on the big stage, because this can completely change the odds, because the visuals connected to the song, and if she will be able to perform it, would definitely serve her better than this music video, 100%. But this is what I think about Azerbaijan song, and let's move on to the other one, which is, and I told you I will follow the exact order what I was telling you in the beginning, and this is Poland. So let's do Poland. Mariana Kłos, I don't know exactly the pronunciation. Brightest light. This is, I don't know why Eurovision producers say it's a good idea to do it in English and in the local language. Even you need to change the accent completely. I think we are living in the world of authenticity, so keep it English or do it Polish. I'm sorry, I don't want to be negative at all. Like, I like the song, I like the melody. I just think that this is so forced that it turns me off in general. And now I said it in previous videos also. I would say it for Poland. Why would I do a difference? I don't think this is a necessary thing to do, because I don't understand. Like, you want to sell some kind of a message, but you can do it by visuals, by understanding, or make it completely in English, because otherwise only Polish can speak Polish, and Poles can speak Polish, and some other people, but everybody speaks English kind of. Or make it local with anyway international sound. And there is nothing wrong about it, but do this hybrid, which those two languages are so not close to each other that is just disturbing for me. And maybe I'm saying it from the perspective of Czech. Of course, if you're from Netherlands, maybe you like it this way. because for you it's interesting. But I'm speaking from my own perspective, and in general, I have a little bit of problem with this totally, because this is so Eurovision. In no other musics or musicians around the world are doing it, partly in their own language and then English. Because what is the reason? What is their audience? Are they international? They sing in their own language or they sing in English. But why to combine those? So made tailored for Eurovision, and it takes the whole glow from it. It's not a proper song. It's a Eurovision song for me then. And it's like, why? Do a proper music, send it to Eurovision, don't put it in English. And so many other countries has the issue. Also Ukraine, which I think still has a superior song, has it. For what reason? It doesn't fit. It doesn't simply fit. And anyway, if the song works, it would work in your own language or in English. But you don't need to combine it. It just kills vibe of one of each other. You're making worse song than it would be in the one language. Anyway, wish luck to Marina Kłos. Of course, I doubting this is kind of her thing, her mistake. And if she can sing like she sings here in the music video, then it will be one of the candidates to do amazing result, 100%, because the song, after all, sounds amazingly well. And let's move on to the other country, which is, in this case, Montenegro, Asja Džogović. And the song is called Tužna I srećna priča. I don't know if I read it properly. She can really sing. If it's live on tape, but there is no mic, but maybe it's above her. Probably not. Probably it's a post-production. Like, I can easily imagine that Montenegro is sending the same song to Big Eurovision. Like, I couldn't distinguish between those songs that much melodically. It's fascinating, right? It's like, if I understand it correctly, but write me in the comments below if I understand the message correctly, because this is interesting for various reasons. So I will then talk about the melodic part of it, but the thing what was in my head the whole song, after I was like, okay, so this is kind of about orphan or war orphan, or a kid who cannot show it's a kid because it would be a dangerous thing to do, comes from the history, of course, of the region, right? Which, on the contrary, Asja Džogović was born after all those horrors which happened to the region, and actually living in a normal world, even in the reality of the history which each country carries, which itself. She never very probably got through this horror she's singing about. Hopefully, if yes, if she's, for example, from orphaner and this is like kind of her story, that would make sense. But if it's not her story, it's kind of I don't know if I like it in the way that an adult person pushed their story into her singing to tell the story, which it's not a reality of that person. Because that would be somehow weird, and that's how it's kind of doesn't correlate with, like, definitely this is not a story for, like, anything can be a Junior Eurovision story, because I think we should talk about topics also with kids and everybody. It just feels a little bit unauthentic for me if this is true what I just said. If not, I'm very sorry, because on the contrary, that would be like a deep crazy story, which needs to be heard. Anyway, I think that such a story needs to be heard. I just don't know if it fits the person. Because it's very adultish topic, but also from a person who already must be adult to really talk about it from this part of reality. On contrary, everybody can be an orphan, for example, if I understood the message correctly, and everybody should deserve happiness or should try for it, and we as adults and so on should try to make it happen as much as it is possible. So for this, I think this will be a different song for your Junior Song Contest. And why not for this kind of a diversity? And definitely, and what I really like, it keeps its authenticity musically. You know, this comes from the region. You know where it comes from. And I really like it on Junior Eurovision. If they go locally, then go locally. If this is a local story somehow, it fits to me, at least in this case. About the quality, I don't think this is anyhow close to the winning song, because I don't think it has a power to translate this story through such music anywhere else. This I don't think so, to be really honest. But if the message is the most important Montenegro want to do, then they are doing it right. And let's move on to another song, which is from Leonardo Giovannangeli, and it's called Rockstar. And because it's Italian, I suppose it will be in Italian. I otherwise would be very surprised. Or a hybrid again. Pop rap song. Works. I'm curious if he will be able to translate this on stage, because it's a little bit stronger production would be, it's missing a little bit. I like this part, but I think the song a little bit lost me in the, how to say, what is the opposite of rich? Let's put it this way, it's a nice Junior Eurovision song, and this is actually the contest we are talking about, right? So sometimes I'm put a little bit higher standard on it than it should deserve, which probably wouldn't be that fair. On contrary, there are some songs already from France, from Ukraine especially, which like have better quality than what those countries, and in general many other countries, send to big Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And somehow they set the bar so high that it's hard to say like, oh great, maybe the winning songs. No, this is exactly the Junior song, like Spanish song also, very Spanish song, Junior. This also a different vibe, rockish, or I would say more likely pop rap song, something like this. Pop rock maybe a little bit, but more likely pop music with rap elements. And a cool guy, cool melody, amazing first half of it. Then it a little bit loses because it gradates, and then it fails, and the fail to the restarting the song kind of, it's too strong, in my opinion. I liked it, but at some point I lost the attention for it. But again, it just ended at the right point. And I think maybe if I'm like 13 or 10 or something, I really would like to be like this guy, so cool. And for this is a cool purpose, you know. I'm looking at it a little bit different eye, and also from the fact that Italy can do great music in general, even for kids. And this is actually made for kids. What I'm talking about. Let's move on to the other country and other song, which comes from San Marino, so not far from Italy. Actually, it's surrounded by Italy, and it's from Martina CRV or CRV, Beyond the Stars. So Marina. Oh, Martina. I'm sorry. Martina CRV, Beyond the Stars, so English. They do nicely switching from English to Italian, but why? Why don't keep it in one language? What is the... It would be nice in English, this song. It's nice in Italian. But it's even one sentence, so why to have it done? I like the song. Honestly, I think this song would do very nicely on the big Eurovision also. Yes, it is. It is one of the best songs so far for Junior Eurovision Song Contest for me, musically. And actually this would extremely very well work on Spotify also, because it's a positive song. Extremely solid production for a song. I'm not that outraged from the combination of languages, even because they did it smoothly, the transition, very smoothly. So it doesn't hit you in, it hits you in the face a little bit, which I think it shouldn't, no reason for it. They should come with a little bit different, with an idea. This is not an idea. It's everybody doing it. And it's very, again, it's a little bit more adult sound, and also her voice actually, than being Junior. And agree with or not, I think it's put it on a little bit different level than all those songs, which are very childish, let's say it this way. In the way how it really sounds. But I know that I'm not, after all, a target group of the contest. I'm more likely a producer. But if kids are singing such songs, how much amazing it might be for the, let's say, the music industry in general, that it gives a promise that everything go bare in domestic markets. Now I'm speaking from Czech perspective, for example. All right, this was for San Marino. Congratulations, one of the best songs so far I heard. And let's move on to Albania. So let's get back to the Balkans. Okay, dry. The song is from Kruni Pula, Fruta Perime. Poor girl, she cannot come ever to Romania. I love it. I think it worked because it's a kid song, child song, or junior song by lyrics, by melody. It's a normal, proper song. Also amazing production. Another really, this is a combination. She can be able to sing it with such an energy, no stress, which I think she will, because if she performs like this in front of the camera already, that means that they are cojones. Okay, whatever. It's nice. Basically, it says, kids eat fruits, eat vitamins, it's a good for you. For Junior Song Contest, I think this is exactly the same message as Spain has with reading books. Both extremely positive, extremely important topics. But this, unless the Spanish song is also filled with a music which can like also the adults, I would say. Not to play it for the kids and listen this nice song, but actually to play this song and sing it with the kids along. This is brilliant. I think it deserves its English version. Not that I would need it now. Keep it this way. But make it also English universal, because the melody will carry it. It will work. And I think this is the next step to do. Don't do it for Eurovision. Keep it this way. But do it parallel. Do it also in English, because I think it would work regardless. And it might be funny. You must try it because it has this accent in it. But I think the message should be spread, because everybody will be singing this amazing song, one of the best songs. And I think this, if I just go for Junior Eurovision songs, and I would scratch off all those which more likely sound also adult, even amazing quality, France, Ukraine, as I was speaking about. This is the heart winner so far for me, because it ticks all the boxes. Junior Eurovision, amazing production, and it also carries a message, but in a cool way, which just simply makes sense without being cringe. And for this, Fruta Perime from Kroni, it's brilliant. Yes, good job. So let's move on to another country. Another country is Cyprus. Rafaela and Christos with the song Away. What to expect? Have no idea. Okay, we're going Greek, Cyprus Greek, English of course, because we are at Eurovision, we need to do this. I'm curious about the live performance. But I think Christos, work a little bit with Christos to enjoy the cameras. Finish it, here. No, we are 2 minutes, it should have been 2 minutes. It ended the song. Now you'll go again the same. And the music video doesn't help. I think this is the issue, no? Paradoxically simplistic and they overcomplicated. This is fascinating for me. Okay, about the song, I think I like it. It's a nice song. It's a nice duet. It's melodically positive. It gives me good vibes. I was enjoying it. I think it should have been shorter, because on the peak, I don't think you need to restart just to do one more refrain and fill it with OOs and OO, because keep it strong and end it so you want to hear it once more again. I think this is a strategy I will recommend even for big Eurovision, for some countries who don't know when to, they need to extend the songs for no reasons and inventing very weird decisions there. Here, the weird decision was the music video, how it was done. I like the simple setup, and I think it's fine to have like any kind of simple setup. Especially this was nice, and they know how to play cameras. But I wouldn't force them to dance and do moves which doesn't fit the song, especially when you cannot accent it. For example, when there are drums, I know that he's doing like drums, but it doesn't work in this camera. How it's shot, it doesn't work. But why don't you keep it static and play the tempo with the camera and the edit and leave the guys just to enjoy? Because Christos doesn't feel very comfortable with this. It doesn't fit him. And I hope they will not force him to do this on stage. Or force him. Like, I don't think it's a great idea if you go for Eurovision, or even Junior Eurovision, to try to go over your weaker sides and fight them. Instead, this is an event, one shot. You know, you have one shot. Why not to work on the things where you are strong at and hide the weaknesses, all of them, because this is one thing. It's not like whole career. You know, it's one shot. Not complicated for the artist. Find their strong sides and extend them. Hide all the weak sides, because why? To show them. It's nice for them to fight them, but I don't think this is a great occasion for to do it. Just one advice for you guys, and let's move on to the song which is from Armenia, from Albert, which is called Brave Heart, and it's some animation here. Well, how it will look, I'm curious. Like a little prince thing, because you can catch the melody, and then Armenian language in this pitch voice. It's wow. I'm almost sure this would work also on Big Eurovision. Okay, it's like nature is better than a city. I don't like the message, honestly. And I think you can have a happy life in the city also. It depends on your personal choice. So it's more likely a political message for me, this. I started thinking about it just because the song lost me, to be honest. And it's because it's long. I was in it, but thinking about what it presents, which maybe is good actually to think about it, but it's so strong and complicated in the way that you know what it reminds me? Georgia last year, or Georgia last year, this year at Eurovision Song Contest. Too complicated. It's not a mainstream song, fine, but it's too complicated in the way which cannot make it mainstream. It's like intellectual kind of a thing, which probably got me where I should be, to think about the message of the song. And if they will be somehow able to translate it to the big stage, that will be absolutely amazing, because it can really open some very nice discussions with the parents and the kids among themselves, and really nice, because this is amazing in the way that, for example, you saw it in me. It forced me to discuss it and maybe contradict this, because of course I don't want to live in the jungle, you know. Like, I think we went from jungles to cities, but of course I understand the need of balance or something, which I don't know if this song actually says. And put cities at something bad and the nature only at something good. And because it personally, I don't agree with the message, it cannot click with me, maybe, although the song somehow it forces something what I even doesn't want to teach my kids. Like, only this, there's only this green way. No, it's a balance. But that's for another discussion. But amazing to have such a thing at Junior Eurovision, because really it forces the discussion at your own home, and I think this is absolutely fine. So let's move on to Georgia. We were speaking about Anita Abgariani, Shine Like a Star. Okay. Amazing environment. Okay, orchestra. A little orchestra. Amazing song. Amazing voice. But I would be curious if Anita Akbariani knows what she's singing about. Like, I think she will be singing brilliantly and it will save the day. That is another problem with English, combined with any other language or combination of languages, that there is a build up to this message, which you don't understand it out of the sudden. You cannot connect with the message. I cannot connect with the message, Most of the times, unnecessary moves. Keep it in English. It's okay. It's fine. That it doesn't take Georgia out of you. Or keep it Georgian. Because music is universal. And it only anybody will listen to any message if they like the song. If you keep them in the song. And then maybe few percent of them will anyway search something about what this message might be. If you want to reach the international audience better with the message, keep it in English. Simple. If you want to keep, say we are from Georgia in general, keep it in Georgian. It's absolutely fine. But this is those hybrids, very few times it really works and it disconnects me from the song. This is the case, despite the fact that she's I think if she doesn't sing the way that I feel that she might even replicate it in live version, then it lost me because I don't feel this message even to be sung by the kid, because it doesn't feel authentic that the kid would sing about such a thing under such a circumstances of musicality, instrumentation, of how it's done. That's it, because otherwise the big stage can completely change my opinion about it, because of course the live performance, it's completely different thing than a music video or how when you just hear it in the headphones. So I cannot wait for this, and let's move on to the other country, which is Portugal. Inês Gonçalves, Para Onde Vai o Amor. Oh, I like how it's colored graded. Retroic, Kodak Portra, Vibe or something like this. Nice. This is my cup of tea so far. This is probably the most modern music video made, even though it feels weird to say this, but it is. And the song a little bit lost me, to be honest. Whenever I start thinking about those things, it means that it couldn't catch me anymore. Nice. I don't want to talk about it as an issue, yes, but for me personally, the song completely grabbed me till the middle, and then for some reason they decided to do the song again, but without any gradation. So the song peak is in the middle, and then it goes slowly again lower till the end, which maybe carries the message, but you cannot carry the message to anybody when you cannot carry the attention. This is the issue. So that's why the songs should basically slowly gradate and peaking on various levels, but always go a little bit higher. You cannot do it like doesn't work this way. And the great songs, if they should work internationally, because domestically the feeling might be completely different. If they should work internationally, they must keep your attention till the end, and you want to repeat them, and the message is secondary. It's maybe primarily for the artist, but you will never get to the message, to the primal thing, if you want like a song to repeat and then to care more about it. It cannot work oppositely. Even at Junior Eurovision or at big Eurovision, everybody tries to send such a big message or something. If they do, you do need to carry it properly, that the song must be great, that the people really care. If you just put a message, and this is like what is the strength of the song, then it would work on the paper, but the melody, this is the thing. So the half of the song, brilliant. Then I was starting caring about other things, didn't get my attention. There is something wrong, might be completely different life when I will be more into it, and maybe it will work differently. I love the music video though. I love how it's color graded, how it's done, very modern style, retro feeling, amazing. And go to Ireland, Lottie O'Driscoll Murray, and the song is called Rúin, and it's written in Irish. Oh, and it's shot 17:9 perspective or ratio. Will it be completely in Irish? That would be cool. That would be actually a slap into face of so many producers. A little bit better production. Better song. Take it somewhere. Too long. It goes because the song doesn't have such a power to keep. It's growing. It does the right thing. If not a super right melody, it's not that captivating. It cannot. But nice. Live it might be nice. But if she will be able to sing like this, bravo. That would be great. Nice end. Nice visuals. I like it. I like the fact that Ireland sent the song in their own language. They didn't use English in it at all. And basically this is the only country where English is a official language from all of the other ones. What does it say? They were smart. They kept it in the same melody, same vibe. They doesn't want to tell you a story forced. This is how you do it. And the difference is there. Because you know what? I don't need to I will give you this example. When I was a kid, it wasn't very common to speak in English in general. I didn't know anything. And I created my own lyrics, my own gibberish into the songs I liked. Because I liked those songs. This is the first you need to do great songs. And no one cares about the messages. Those songs will never survive anything. It's just for Eurovision. I think this is the wasted potential, money, everything at some point. Because this will stay and end with Eurovision without any possibility of living the life over it. And why to do this if there is a way around it to do it properly? This is a question. Why to force things which will never ever work just because this is Eurovision? No, it's a song contest of countries from Europe and beyond. It's not a specific thing. Don't create a specific thing out of it, because then you're basically taking quality out of the contest, and regardless, Junior, also for a big one. This is not the way. And it's a devolution, not evolution. Ireland, good job. Sorry, I took your slot where I should be extremely positive to something like this, but that's only the reason is that you just did it. You made it. I'll be honest, it's not the song for me, but it's one of the best songs for me. Amazing job. Congratulations. And Lottie, O'Driscoll, Murray, I really hope you will practice the way that you will be able to perform the song, the way how you sing it in music video, because then I think there is a slight possibility for you to really score very, very highly. Really, because you're also very charismatic on camera. Okay, let's move on. Not so many countries left, and not so much battery on my camera left also. So let's go to North Macedonia for Nela Maceska and Nela Mancheska. I hope I read it right. And the song is called Miracle. So let's go for a miracle. Nela, Miracle. Wow, keep it, please. Grow. But why in the English again? Why it wasn't in English? I would so enjoy it if this is in English completely. It doesn't. It's a nice song. Why don't you do this all completely in one of the languages? The dress, and she's very dramatic, very good with camera. Nela Mancheska. Nice. Two things. Repeating myself, right? This is an extremely great example of all of it, because you have a great song. This is a great song. No, definitely for me, you don't need to agree, but for me this is a great song. Amazing composition. It works. Her vocal there works, but there is this issue that when she switched to English, things change. It's not the same thing. And I'm asking a question, a simple question. Why don't you do it then, the whole in English? Who is it made for? If it's international song, make it in English. If the message is so important for you, make it completely in English, so even the build-up is in English. Everybody understands what you want to say. If you made it more likely for domestic market, keep it there, because the song anyway has a quality of international production, and it might work somewhere else because people will like it melodically anyway, and you don't combine the hybrid, which will take out of your attention. You don't want this, because what is the goal? And I think the goal is we are going to Eurovision, and we want, we don't know what we want actually, because if you know what you want, you wouldn't do this. It's simple as that. It's like when you're taking clothes and you take something extravagant and something elegant because you cannot choose what you want to wear, and then there is no identity in it. There is zero identity. You don't know what to wear. This screams you don't know what to wear. And maybe Nela will save this because she is amazing performer, especially how camera loves her. If she will be able to repeat also vocally on stage, everybody will no one will really super care about it. But the question is why also the song for her cannot be what you want to wear. Eurovision, don't make Eurovision stupid, because after all, producers and the music, it's what creates Eurovision, nothing else. And it can be better, much better, and that comes with better decisions. So this is what I would say about the song. Even I love the instrumentation, I love the vocal, I don't like the way that it doesn't know what it wants to be. And if the wants to be it's let's be a Eurovision song, then it's a waste of talent, and it's a waste of money, energy, and time, in my opinion, because it can have been done better in the way. And I would be curious, I would really like to hear the song in both versions, English and Macedonian, because that both would make sense to me. Why to combine the things? Doesn't it's like oil and water. Doesn't really work together. All right, let's move on to the last song of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. This is a long video. Oh my god. And it's from Marino Vrgoč, and it's called Snovi, which gives me a little bit of chance it will be completely in Croatian. Which does, again, don't mind me wrong, I don't care if it's in Croatian, English, gibberish, or whatsoever. Just keep it in one language or make it that smooth that I wouldn't even think about it, because when I start to think about those things, that means that the song lost me, and you don't want this. So come on, Marino Vrgoč, Snovi, Croatia. Snovi, it means like a dreamish, right? I like it. And I like the flow. This part is brilliant. Hey, the guy has a charisma. He's cool. But how young he is. Charisma. I normally has goosebumps because it works all together. Okay, Marino Vrgoč, you have one of the best songs of Junior Eurovision Song Contest, and I'm glad that all this ends up in a very good vibe and mood, especially for me, because of course throughout of all this 1 hour and something, I was, I think, a little bit more negative than positive, in the way that there are decisions which are for sure not made by those kids, which just says a lot about the new, television industry, I would say, in Europe nowadays. It's more about what people would like to, what pros would like to, instead of what we want to do. Because I don't think the real producers in general, or so many people are real producers, they are more like officers. And you can feel it also from the fact that there are so many songs with the same pattern in your Junior Eurovision Song Contest, combination of local language and English. This comes from the environment. That doesn't come from reality, because how many songs from international part or from a domestic part which could combine both languages? Only the ones for Eurovision, right? Why? It's like that there is zero sense. Just somebody invented it, to please people. Don't please people. Do what you think. You're artist, you're manager of the artist. Do your thing. Don't please people. It never works. It doesn't work in relationships. It doesn't work anywhere. Be original, and you cannot be original if you're copying everything what other people are doing, and be like more like Mario Vrgoč and his song Snovi and the Croatian production team. Because this is it. This is it. This is the best example how to not try to please. And you know I like Ukrainian song because I think this is the biggest value song it is in the whole song contest, which it has. But still, it has this one downside. There is this English for no reason. And if the song is not that super strong, it won't work. And I would still expect to be just one. I would just recommend them to revamp it to one language, and be more like Mario Vrgoč, because this is exactly how you should do it. Be more like Ireland, and it's not because it's in a local language. It's in one language. It's in one language. It's okay. It's okay. Otherwise, if the song is made for a person who is multilingual in general, as a parent from Czechia and a mother from Romania, that it would be Czech, Romanian, English, it would make sense in the story. But otherwise, not really, I would say. And Croatia did amazing job. I wanted to say it once again. So many other countries did amazing job. Some didn't, in my opinion, made such a great job. In general, I would say the contest has some high quality songs which are better than the big Eurovision. Many are really Junior Eurovision Song Contest which are great, and some of them they are just there. And in my opinion, it's fine. I'm very curious about the live performances. Wish luck to all the kids. I will follow it. I don't know if live or somehow or with Ellie, or let's see how the setup will be. Anyway, if you watch through here and you see the whole thing, that means you are members. For non-members, much shorter version of this video is there. Less of the comments you received. So if you want to support me and listen to the whole thing, if you're curious, it's more like a podcast, become members, and basically that's it. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.